What is up, guys? Today is going to be a little bit of a GTR video. I haven't made one of these in probably a few months. As some of you may know from my channel, I do have a 1990 GTR that I picked up, I don't know, 5 months ago, 4 months ago maybe. The front end was crashed. The car went through a garage door, so I ended up going down to like Jersey. I picked up a radiator support. I replaced all that stuff. I welded it and made sure the frame was all straight. I did a bunch of body work and did a lot of parts hunting, but she is at my shop now. I have to prep this car out, take all, the belt moldings off, door handles, mirrors, everything to get it ready for paint. I just don't have the space at my work right now, which is where I was keeping my car. So I'm gonna be spraying it at work, but I'm gonna have to prep it here. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the car and where it currently sits, and we'll get it in the garage. So here she is. Like I was saying, it's a 1990. I'm not sure exactly what spec it is, but it's just like the N1 spec. Well, it has N1 spats on it, N1 like skirts and N1 bumper and blah blah blah. But it's got supposedly a fresh RB26 in it. It's got like 40 Ks on it, so it's like 20 something thousand miles. It has Garrett 2860s on it, twins. I put this front clip on it. It's all in primer. I just gotta block it down. CX Racing front mount, nothing special with that. I will pop the hood, but interior is super clean. It's like a 9 out of 10. The undercarriage is mint. It's got these work wheels on it, and obviously Kakimoto exhaust. List goes on. I got a brand new Haltech for it, so this thing's gonna get a proper tune. And then down the road, I'm going to do the coil pack conversion and the cam and crank trigger system, so from PRP, so this thing can be perfect. Yeah, so I'm gonna get it off, and she'll see her new home for the next couple days or a week or so. She's in the shop. Pretty exciting. Oh yeah, man. I'm excited. I gotta pick up some supplies hopefully tomorrow morning, and then we're gonna start prepping this thing out. Get a little... Yeah. What's going on, guys? Today I'm at my shop for a little bit. Swung down here right before I went to the gym just because I got a spare hour. I want to do a couple things on the GTR, mainly just kind of start taking it apart for sanding, for prepping, paint prep. First things first is I want to throw my little Tomei knob in. I got this knob probably 2 or 3 months ago now. I really wanted to throw it in as like the final touch when the car was done, but I'm getting antsy, and I'm going to throw it in. Why not? So in here we got a Mishimoto knob. Not a fan of it. So we're gonna get rid of this fucking thing.
Maybe I'll give it to one of my buddies, or I don't know, save it for
another car. Oh, look at that. Already comes with an adapter. Might have to take that off though. Go ahead and get this little knob on. Looking pretty snazzy. Definitely gotta fix this boot. It's kind of not on its clips, but I'll figure that out after. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that feels great. All right, now the final piece, the piece de la resistance, or whatever the fuck it's called, the Tomei emblem. Oh boy, now I can't get this out. Go ahead, peel this thing and stick it on there. All right, so we got the little Tomei emblem. Drop it right there. There we are. Look at that. Feels fucking fantastical. All right, now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna yank the mirrors off, the door panels off, belt moldings off. I'm gonna see if I can take this trim off right here, the window trim, and basically see how far I can get in an hour. All right, so I got the mirror off, I got the door panel off. Pretty simple, you know, just like the typical screws, nothing crazy. Now I'm gonna go ahead and see how to get this belt molding off. I really don't want to break it because I feel like there's probably none of these brand new. So I'm gonna take my time taking this off, might roll down the window, and I guess I'll let you guys know how it goes. All right, so tip on the belt moldings. There is a screw right at the end, right there. Don't forget that. If you're gonna start ripping it off, you're gonna break everything. Little guy right here, little Phillips. What I realized is that these clips are kind of a pain in the ass if you don't have the correct tool. They do have a belt molding tool. I think Lyle makes them, but I don't have that on me currently. So what I did was, there's these little fingers right here. They clip into the belt molding right here. So basically all I did was I took my clip tool, kind of pushed them out, and I pulled up on the belt molding little by little. And then this last one just kind of popped out on its own. Fortunately, it did not break, so that's cool. And now I'm going to go ahead and pop these out. Should be pretty simple with the belt molding off and put them in a good spot. Next up, I'm going to try and get this handle out. It looks pretty simple. Looks like there's a 10 right there and a 10 over on this side. There are some mechanisms that you got to unhook, the key lock or the key cylinder, and then the actual mechanism that lets you open the door. So looks pretty simple. Looks like I'm gonna have to roll the window back up, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, bust those out, and we should have the door handle out. All right, so got the door handle out. Pretty simple. Like I said, there's 2 nuts on the back side, 2 10mm nuts, and then you got these little locking clips on the rod. So you just kind of push them off with your fingers, and then you can slip them out, and then you just kind of finagle this thing out. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get this key cylinder out of here just because I don't want to paint it. Pretty simple. Looks like there's just like the safety clip on it, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop that off and pull this rubber gasket off. Looks like it just kind of slides right off, so should be pretty simple. And yeah, it feels like it's fucking metal. Thing's actually pretty heavy, so that's pretty cool. All right, so pretty simple setup. This little clip kind of expands and you can just pull it right off, and then you can get the lock cylinder right out. This is the rubber gasket type thing that goes around the handle. Nobody ever takes these off, and I know why. You have to take apart the whole spring assembly and all that, and it's just a pain in the ass. What I opted to do, probably not the best idea, but what I did was basically cut it in half. This way I can slip it around all of that without having to take anything apart. And then after it's put together, it's held in place by these little pins and everything else. So it's not going to move. It's not going to be out of place. It's not going to look odd. So I'm 100% certain that this is going to be fine. I'm going to go ahead and put this stuff in a safe spot. And now I can prep this thing and get good coverage on it, and not have any overspray on some on the plastic bits and all that. Oh, I still got to get this little plastic piece off in there. It just kind of pushes out. I'll do that off camera though. Over here on the passenger side, I'm just gonna do exactly as I did on the other side. So I'm gonna do this off camera. Another key cylinder right there. Pretty simple and quick. So I'm gonna go ahead, rip this guy apart, and that'll probably be it for today. All right, so that's gonna do it for today. It's getting kind of late. I gotta go hit the gym, unfortunately. But got the doors all ripped apart. No more mirrors, door handles, or belt moldings. Now all I got to do is just prep this door out, block the primer. I really want to paint the jamb. I'm not really sure. The primer doesn't really touch the jamb, but I do have a little tiny bit of a paint chip with some surface rust right there, so I really want to take care of that. There's also another chip on the roof rail over there. I can actually show you guys. This is bothering me a ton. I got this little chip that I didn't see, so I got to sand that and spray some DTM primer on there. This door, same thing, nice and ready. Got to make sure I sand that scratch out, but otherwise it's pretty set. The doors are set. I still have to pull these moldings right there. Unfortunately, I can't do the windshield because it gets dropped in with the windshield. So, and unfortunately, when I was at my shop or at my work, somehow I got a crack in my windshield. So that's awful. But gonna keep moving forward. The N1 lip is off. I can take this little window trim off, and then I can pretty much just back tape off of that. I am going to spray the back side of the trunk and the hood here at my shop sometime soon. There's a couple of paint chips, and it just, I think, it'd be a lot nicer if it was in color and nice and shiny. As soon as you pop the trunk or pop the hood, it's gonna look nice. So usually they don't come all shiny and clear coated like that, so I think it'd be a nice little touch. But anyways, that's gonna do it for today, and we will pick up on another day when I can finish tearing this thing apart and start prepping it. Very excited.